your advantage that you're here is you can ask questions later and you're watching this live mismo. Your advantage that you're here is you can ask questions later and you're watching this live mismo. Your advantage that you're here is Hello, everyone. Good evening. This is our first episode for the Adventure series. This is a series of episodes wherein we interact, we talk with successful media buyers, entrepreneurs, social media marketers, and learn how they are surviving the times and also learn from their experiences. Maybe ask questions. They have questions.
Sa abroad yan, sa Canada, malakas kumita.
Malakas kumita yan, te.
Yes. Okay, we're requesting everyone to please unmute yourself. Unmute yourself so we can have like a smooth discussion here. So without further ado, let's start. In this session again of Adventure series, we have our guest LJ Jose will share his experiences and lessons learned from over 7 years of social media advertising. So imagine that for 7 years, it's like that was 2016 perhaps that he started. He will share how he is overcoming challenges, how overcame challenges of the past, maximizing results, and also evolving with the industry. This session will give you behind the scenes look at the journey of a successful social media advertiser, a fellow media buyer, and a fellow Bisaya, and provide valuable insights and inspiration for your own adventures. So again, our guest for today is LJ Jose. He is a digital marketer and entrepreneur from Davao City. He is the founder of Ads Intensive Media, an agency focused on social media marketing and advertising, chatbots, and messenger marketing. Together with his talented and creative team, they have brought in more than 100 million pesos in e-commerce sales under various niches and industries. That's a lot. Aside from being an advertising practitioner for 7 years for both local and international clients, he also loves to share his knowledge, expertise, and extensive experience to aspiring social media marketers. So definitely worth a follow. And again, let's now welcome LJ Jose. LJ Jose, come on, a round of applause, please, everyone. Your emojis. So let's spin right now. Let's spotlight him. Okay, let's add the spotlight. Okay, here we are. So we're now at the center stage. Again, welcome. Hello. Good evening, LJ. Oh, I think we need to adjust your sound.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome, LJ.
All right. Hi again, Ad Society. Thank you so much for having me here, and thank you, John, for the opportunity to be here and to be able to share with your members in your group about the lessons that I've learned in my 7-year journey as a social media advertiser.
Amazing. I myself am so excited. We've known each other for like mutually for only months. We've been seeing online through profile pictures. Now I'm here with you. I'm honored to be with you in the same Zoom room. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we're so excited to hear your story. Now, let's start immediately. For the members who are here on our Zoom session, you can ask questions in the chat box, pero i-entertain natin siya later during the Q&A session. We'll be having that part. You can also, we encourage you to turn on also your cameras later. And let's mute when we enter the Zoom room. Okay, let's start immediately. LJ, first question. Can you tell us more about your journey in social media advertising and paano ka nagsimula?
Okay. So siguro some of you here are Facebook media buyers or mga social media advertisers din. And some of you maybe are mga newbies din or aspiring. Can I see a show of hands pala kung sino yung mga newbies pa lang here for those who are just, starting in their journey in advertising. Ayan. All right. So yeah, share to me yung mga emojis ninyo, yung pag-raise hand ninyo, or you can also show yourselves on video. So all right. That's good. Okay. So may mga newbies nga here and meron naman ding mga experience. So,
LJ, na-mute siya.
ayan.
I think that was because kasi I muted all upon entry. Okay.
Okay lang. All right. So yun, so everyone must have, iba-ibang journey nila when you start with a specific skill that you want to focus on. And back in 2016, I was still working in the banking industry. So I'm an international banker kasi back then in BGC Taguig. And then I focused on marketing or in social media marketing at that time kasi I wanted to get out of the corporate world. Parang napapagod na, burned out na for how many years. Sobrang bata kasi ako nag-start mag-work sa corporate at 18 eh. So, but by that time, I was already a few years in and sabi ko na parang I want to, have a change in the type of work that I do. So work from home, work at home na mga jobs. It was really getting famous that time. Hindi na siya parang naging underground na industry. Back nung nag-start pa ako part-time in 2011. So college pa lang ako, nag-work na ako sa part-time freelancer noon in programming and pagiging VA. And then na-bored din ako kasi nga parang like part-time lang siya, sobrang baba ng rate ko. And then came a time nung 2016 na I learned about Facebook ads or Facebook marketing. Kasi parang yun yung the gold rush during at that time. Meaning wala pa masyadong may alam paano gawin, even yung international people. But then businesses were hiring in the Philippines noon. So yun yung parang pinocus ko. Parang kailangan ko matutunan to kaagad from the best international trainers. And then so nag-sign up ako doon. And then doon ako nakapag-start mag-build nung samples and portfolios ko. Una was for myself. And then nung nakita na yun ng mga clients, nag-start na yung mga invites, nag-start na yung mga messages coming in to help yung mga international business nila with Facebook ads and Facebook marketing. So that's basically the starting point.
Yeah. You mentioned galing ka sa from a corporate job, no? And you were so young that time, that was 18 years old. So I'm curious, like, sino yung naging first client mo? Is that local client or like a friend?
Mm-hmm. Yes. So especially when you're starting out, di ba, parang wala ka pang results or wala ka pang portfolio or samples. So from the international trainers na sinign-upan ko, and you can check them out, sobrang tagal na nila in the industry probably. Sila Mary Smith pa, sila Amy Porterfield noon. Mahal yung mga course nila at that time, pero pinag-ipunan ko talaga. When it comes to my first client, I would say na yung first client ko was myself. So gumawa ako ng Facebook page for myself. Nag-run ako ng ads for myself for something very generic lang talaga. I remember that it was how to verify your Google business account. Yung time na parang may Google business listing ka and kailangan magpadala pa ng parang card or postcard from Malaysia. Tapos nandun yung parang PIN for you to verify yung Google business mo na yon. So when I was starting, parang sineset up ko siya as a business talaga. And then after that, nag-run yung ad ko na yon. Sobrang daming mga nag-react, daming mga nag-comment, daming nag-take action for that specific ad. It was basically parang a tutorial lang on how to do this and that. So nothing telling or whatever. And then people were asking na. So some of my friends, one of my close friends that time in Manila, asked me to run an ad for an affiliate business. So nag-affiliate marketing din ako. Nagbenta kami nun ng web hosting. So malaki din kasi international amount yung commission. And then after that, it was more of word of mouth and then mga referrals na lang. So more of mga naging Pinoy clients muna. And then nung meron na akong mga screenshots ng samples and portfolio, doon ako naglakas ng loob sa Upwork, sa onlinejobs.ph, and then mag-message din on LinkedIn, tapos yung mga international hirings din na nakikita sa Facebook or sa Twitter.
Cool. I love what you said about yung mismong first portfolio mo is mismong yourself, right? Kasi ang dami ngayong
Yeah.
like they're stuck kasi hindi daw sila makapagsimula, ganun. Well, actually, your first portfolio can be yourself. Like you can do it by yourself, na. And then that's enough proof for some first clients that you can start with, right? Exactly.
Yeah, oo. Like ang thinking ko kasi that time was how am I going to show that I can help international business owners if I can't help myself yet. So, yun, kitang-kita talaga sa portfolio. Mahilig kasi talaga ako mag-screenshot ever since. Kasi yun yung training namin sa call center and then sa corporate din. Mag-submit ng mga screenshots and whatnot for proof if ever man ko questionin yung ginawa mo. So, with this one, parang hirap questionin yung ginawa mo if meron ka namang screenshots of the actual ad, di ba? So, yun kaagad. Yung sinasubmit ko if mag-a-ask sila for experience. Although hindi naman siya 100% required na meron ka. There are some clients or job posts na who are willing to train you. Pero it's better if you have some little background knowledge and actual hands-on experience on how to do it.
Exactly. It's really not enough na, let's say, you enroll to a course and then you have the theoretical knowledge. You thought na parang that's enough for you to get, clients. It's not enough really. You need practical knowledge, and I love that. Okay, next natin na pag-usapan is yung mga biggest challenges mo, LJ, so far you have faced since you started, and how have you overcome them?
Okay. So siguro number one biggest challenge is of course pag international yung mga clients mo is that they will try to set the rate, 'di ba? At that time parang yung mga rate namin or even when I started part-time was like mga $1 per hour to $3 per hour more than 10 years ago. And I still see job posts ng mga ganon yung rate. So even after more than a decade. So it's a big opportunity, of course. Pero on how I handled those was to show na alam ko talaga kung ano yung ginagawa ko. Even just from listening to the tutorials and parang knowing how to do them. So number one challenge was, setting yung rate mo. What do you think was the reasonable na rate for you? So I started at, $5 per hour muna, and then naging $10 per hour, and then nag-increase siya, and so on. So at that time, every time may bago akong client, ini-increase ko yung rate ko kasi nag-i-increase din yung parang number of screenshots ko sa portfolio or number of clients na meron na silang results from there. And then siguro second would be trying to get clients actually. So sa Upwork pa nun, it was really a pool of job posts and a pool of freelancers or service providers, right? So how do you stand out from there? So lahat ng pwedeng tips na mabasa ko about optimizing your Upwork profile and making sure that you stand out from all of those pinaka-little na mga details, like from the photo pa lang, from the words that are being used, the description, lahat-lahat ng pwede talagang in-optimize ko at pinil out ko. And making sure na mukhang professional yung mga online na profiles ko. Not just in Upwork and online jobs, pero yung Facebook personal profile ko at saka yung Facebook page ko din at that time. So if you check yung Facebook page ko din pala na LJ Jose, yun din yung pinaka-original na ginamit ko since nag-start ako sa journey ko. And nung nag-start din ako ng ad for that one na page talaga.
Cool. I love what you said about yung sa rates talaga. That's really a common problem. Even like right now, maraming nag-PPM sa akin na like magkano po talaga dapat yung rate. Well, siguro I always I'm not sure if you will agree with me with this, pero I consider itong advertising work, itong media buying work as a creative work. And the creative market is the creative market don't have a market rate. Like hindi siya yung tipong yung market rate mo is like nasa 20,000 a month, 30,000 a month, ganyan talaga yung worth mo. It really depends on the value that you can bring to the client. Not your worth, but the value that you can bring to the client, right?
Yeah. I would also say that it's based on their perception. Do they
Yeah.
perceive you online ba as parang high value? Parang how you show your presence and how you parang like, take care of your online asset. So makikita din nila yon, and probably they're going to be judging based on that kasi they're also a business owner. So kung nakita nila sa iyo na parang, uy, this guy can help me increase my YouTube subscribers using Facebook ads kasi ginawa na niya mismo, right? So parang may idea na sila. Give them an idea na you'll be able to help them achieve their desired results.
True. It's like parang you treat your profile, your online presence as your living portfolio. That's very
Yeah.
to build trust, 'di ba? Dun sa mga potential clients mo. I like that. Okay, can you share some of the proudest moments in your career, LJ? And what made
Yeah.
them special for you? I know it continues to inspire you every day, but what are those?
Siguro number one was back in 2017. So I had a client who was in Thailand, and I was invited to go there for the very first time na international travel to be their social media specialist. So all expense paid for matagal, more than like 6 months ako there. So parang naging OFW talaga ako, literally. Um, another one siguro, I'd say like merong three siguro. So another one was the year after that, 2018, I was invited back to Thailand in Chiang Mai to train a corporate client. So international halo-halo sila kasi they're an international company. And I was able to train them for like 2 days. So that was also an all expense paid, plus of course yung professional fee, which was 6 figures in just 2 days. So yun. And siguro the third one would be being able to build yung agency ko, having a lot of corporate clients na stable and trust us to bring them results month after month. So focus on sales kasi kami, especially for e-commerce. So it's always a challenge to be able to generate sales for those clients para hindi kami palitan.
Grabe, like imagine traveling abroad for for a client. That's so nice. I haven't experienced that myself. Pero sana papadinggan ko yung mga clients ko, and I know this media buyer na in-sponsor. sana makinig sila sa akin. And yeah, you mentioned na you've built your own agency. You've helped businesses grow local and local and abroad. Pero I'm curious, LJ, were you once tempted to build your own like business? Like not except from your agency, have you been tempted to build your own from scratch?
Definitely, especially nung nagbo-boom yung dropshipping and e-commerce a few years ago. So I really wanted to get in that space. Nag-enroll ako to some courses. And then inaral ko yung operations and whatnot. Kasi parang I was thinking na, I would say na I'm fluent in ads or alam ko paano talaga siya gawin and to generate sales for whether local or international na clients with, specific strategies on social media. Pero nung tiningnan ko na talaga lahat and I made a decision na I think I'm not going to pursue this any longer. Kasi ang passion ko talaga is more on implementing advertising strategies and campaigns. And with that comes flexibility of, time and work location. If you're hands-on in e-commerce, kasi it's more on operations, right? So alam niya ni John because of his own e-commerce business. And please support yung e-commerce business niya ni John, yung Bakat Apparel. So yun, so I really made a decision na, siguro I'm more on the advertising or marketing side ng mga businesses. So I really worked on that strength and really built the agency and yung client portfolios namin there. So when we're being asked how much have you generated for this specific niche or this specific client or business, we can confidently say kung magkano kasi we have the results and the proof to back it up. But probably in the future, I may start a different type of business naman, more on an investing business for current businesses. Like a silent backer or a silent investor, parang ganun.
Oh, cool. That's gonna be nice. Well, I asked this question kasi when I was starting also, I had a temptation and well, fortunately, nagpa-tempt ako doon and that was like parang damn, I helped my client generate 6 to 7 figures a month and then what if itry ko sa sarili ko but nah, it was too late for me to realize. I don't fully regret the decision, pero it was too late for me to realize that it's really a different field. Like, hindi lang siya sa advert. Oo, alam mo na mag-run ng ads. Some people would say you're already an expert with it. Pero it's different kasi you need to deal with other aspects of business, operations, human resource, hire people. It's gonna be different. So yun yung mga ano din na parang, be careful din when you're deciding to test it for your own. And as you mentioned nga, it really depends on your preference, right? On your work preference then. That's nice. Okay, let's go to the advertising tips naman and insights. And kanina, we had a poll and most of the people who are here are actually aspiring freelancers. And some of them are actually existing freelancers already. Some of them already media buyers. Like around 30 to 40% of our viewers right now are business owners. And so they also want to learn more about what are your best practices, stuff like that. So what are some of the key elements of successful social media advertising campaigns that you managed? And how can entrepreneurs implement these implements, you think?
Okay. So with all of the clients that we serve, the most successful ones are the ones who really have a good grasp in their operations side. So from the social media operations of, management, of inbox and comment replies, they're not really even good with the advertising or marketing or the design of it. Pero number one is that they know how to use social media talaga. So they are very technical when it comes to it. Makalikot sila with other features ng either Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. And tinatanong din nila sa amin, para sa atong feature na to, makakatulong ba to? So being very detail-oriented, as in, hindi lang detail-oriented as in very detail-oriented, that's one of the signs when we go on discovery calls with clients na mukhang they would be a good fit for us kasi they understand the language that we speak in marketing and advertising. Yun nga lang, wala sila masyadong either results or success when it comes to the campaign specifically. That's why they reach out to us for help on that. On the freelancing side naman, yes, I would say that you should also be technical, knowledgeable in the technical terms and skills makalikot ka sa ads manager, sa business manager, or sa TikTok business center para malaman mo, ma-explain mo to potential clients kung ano yung gagawin, kung anong specific strategy man yon. And I'd say na siguro for number 3, na tip for it to be successful is that you have to know your numbers. So since we mostly work with e-commerce businesses and some local businesses, we ask a lot of the numerical questions and they're very comfortable and confident naman in telling us those numbers like ano yung sales nyo for the previous months, average in the past 3 to 6 months, what's your cost per acquisition or your cost per customer? Magkano yung budget mo before and magkano yung willing ka spend? Are you willing to spend like 50, 100, 200, more than $500,000 by in a month? Kaya nyo ba yun? Right? So we need them to not just tell us but also show us the numbers. Kasi paminsan from experience, people, business owners will not tell the truth sa discovery call or when you interview them. Pero sometimes kasi hindi naman namin pinoprovide yung questions in advance. So it's just at the top of their head. So I would say trust but verify.
Yeah, I love that. When you said na we need to be really, businesses should be good with operation side din. Kasi, for example, usual ngayon, for example, here in the Philippines, mga e-commerce, if we'll run Facebook ads, mostly naman yan talaga messaging campaign, right? And sometimes, other business owners would think na nasa tamang targeting lang, basta maganda yung targeting, good yan. Basta nasa tamang tao, bibili talaga yan. But also there are other sides, let's say for example, sa customer service na kailangan pagtuunan talaga ng pansin. And that will also affect, right, the entirety of the performance of the campaign. And tapos when you also mentioned na be detail-oriented dun sa mga tools, yan, very important. And also, I love what you said kasi always ko nang sinasabi sa Adjociety sa group na we really need to be fluent about the business numbers. And even me, LJ, I would say na I agree with you with that. Like, it's my qualifier right now with clients. Like, when they don't know their numbers, sorry, I will decline. I myself will decline.
Yeah.
Kasi it's really, parang ano talaga siya, parang it's a sign that they're really serious about their business. I would say it's a sign that they're really serious about being an entrepreneur, right? You mentioned already, can you mention again the numbers that are important, LJ, para lang ma-emphasize natin?
Sure. We actually have a 50-point questionnaire or questionnaire pala when we talk to business owners, whether it's local or international. So first would be usually what their average sales for the past 3 to 6 months. And then what is their usual cost per acquisition. Usually, ang mga may alam lang nito is yung may background in advertising or marketing. Sometimes we have to expound on what does that mean. So cost per new customer acquired ba? What would be their lifetime value? Magkano yung mga products ninyo? What are the top 3 best-selling products that you have and how much are they? What's your current ad spend? And how much are you willing to spend as well in the future? Kasi usually yung ibang nag-approach sa amin are either hindi naging successful yung previous advertiser nila or naloko sila ng parang agency. Tapos when they come to us, bakit parang ang dami daw naming tanong? Ganon. So that's, and we're able to identify or uncover yung history kasi makikita namin yung page kung ano yung mga pinupost and then sa ad library din if they have running ads right now. So yun, those are just some of those specific questions and some specific numbers that we ask as well. So once we get more details about the business, then we can delve more into the numbers. Like siguro gaano na ba to katagal na nagra-run, ano yung operational expenses ninyo, what's the current profit margin. So things like that na parang na crash course sila in a business course or entrepreneurship. Ganon. But those numbers are very important talaga for you to determine if yung efforts mo magkakaroon ba ng results. Kasi it goes hand in hand, right?
Yeah, true. And I think the basic action or parang step there for business owner is really to have a habit of recording data. Kasi for some, they would just choose to like, feel ko parang nag-work. Feel ko bawing-bawi na ako. So parang, feeling lang, like subjective lang nila na tingin. Pero we need to be objective. And in case you will be encountering or maybe in the future, as you grow, maghahanap ka ng media buyer or someone to help you with your marketing, you really need to be transparent because on our side, we need to know the numbers also. Diba? For us to set proper goals, proper KPIs, para matulungan din. Kasi merong iba na parang sasabihin na confidential, hindi
Yeah.
that's usually a challenge. Okay,
We get that a lot of the time, especially pag mga almost or more than double digit millions na sila.
yeah, oo. Tapos kasi baka ano sila, baka natatakot sila na we will charge a lot, right? So
Mm-mm.
those are really some of the challenges on our part. Anyways, another thing is you mentioned that you mentioned already some elements, yung mga importante na meron talaga yung mga business owners for them, to be, usually in your experience naging successful talaga. But can you share to us maybe some examples or even just one na lang of a successful campaign you have run? You don't have to mention about the brand or anything. Maybe just talk about how did you come up with that campaign and then what made it
Mm-mm.
successful.
Okay. So the first one I would say would be usually mga Burr months kasi ito na yung mga sale months, right? And a recent client hired us nung December, but we were already talking back in November. So this was more of like a referral lang. And from some of the details that they explained, which I also got the proof nung mga sales reports nila. So this is the Shopee Mall and Lazada Mall client. So one brand with both mall accounts sa platforms. So tiningnan ko yung reports nila and whatnot. Sobrang baba ng sales kasi the team that was handling it was, I would say, not really focused on advertising and sales, but they were more focused on the production of the content. Parang meron silang naging sort of like series or TV show on social media, ganon, to promote the product and whatnot. And that was handled by a big agency in the Philippines. So when we came in so after namin asking all of the questions and the necessary things that we did, we know na that this is usually one of the standard campaigns that we will do during sales or during Burr months. So if you're familiar naman with the specific platforms, marketplace platforms, right? The double-digit sale, the payday sale. So yan, sinabayan namin. We're always on theme, especially holiday campaign yun siya. And from the details that we were able to gather, we were able to boost yung marketplace sales nila, like in just 1 month, especially nung December. All of their sales from January to October was sobrang baba na. Yung December was like, yun yung parang pinakamataas talaga, which really showed. And multiple times na sold out sila in December and January. So to the point na it was challenging for us kasi we had to turn off the specific ads or campaigns for those products. So meron kasi silang a bunch of products that we advertise. So on, and then pag may stocks na ulit, off, and then pag may stock na ulit, on na naman, and whatnot. So yun yung naging challenge kasi ibang agency yung nag-handle sa Lazada and Shopee nila, hindi mismo yung headquarters. So it's like a third-party fulfillment. Yun. And then nung January naman, we were able to generate a lot. Talaga, like almost 1 million. And December was more than 2 million, more than they've ever generated in the platform since open sila ng store in the Philippines in, I think, 2021.
Cool.
So yeah, that would be and siguro the type of the campaign strategy that we did was more on, traffic lang kasi wala kaming other option, right? Hindi sila nag-fulfill ng orders through Messenger. So it's really just traffic and then retargeting. But I would say that number one, it's more of the offer. So what are you able to offer to stand out from? It's a very common category in marketplace or in the marketplaces. So yung offer, number one, and then how you market that offer to the specific audience na tina-target niyo. So yeah, yun lang. And we regularly get the reports from the agency handling the marketplaces nga para updated kami at malaman namin, ilan na ba yung sales? Kasi wala din kaming access for the accounts kasi they're very strict and confidential nga.
Yeah. Really. So I love what you said about retargeting. Importante talaga yun. For those who are listening, don't forget about that. That's very important. That's very important of sa sales funnel, of course. And then the offer itself. Siguro eto kasi for some kasi iniisip for advertising like it's enough for us to parang put a picture of our product and then say buy now. This
Mm-mm.
is this is what we sell, blah, blah, blah. So what do you think, LJ? Ano ba yung mga kailangan i-consider to create an offer that's like irresistible for your target audience?
Number one is that you check muna kung ano yung mga usual na kino-comment nila sa mga products, or sorry, sa mga posts pala. And then you also check yung mga reviews or feedback nila doon sa products in the marketplace platforms kasi meron namang reviews na feature there for the actual buyers. So we noticed na parang multiple products yung binibili nila. Not just one, not just two, pero multiple talaga. So with that, nag-offer kami ng bundled promotions. And then we targeted people specifically dun sa mga profiles ng mga previous buyers. So usually, wala kami kasing data from the previous agency who handled their accounts. So we had to do the market research, the audience research, the competitor research as well. They're actually already a loved brand in the Philippines. Kulang lang talaga sila ng marketing and advertising na effort. So when we started yung mga advertising campaigns na yon, back in December, it was, I would say, na a hit kaagad. Kasi they were able to recall and remember the brand kasi paulit-ulit namin silang rin-target everywhere. And one thing that I would also share is that they are a category or a product na perfect for Valentine's. So we also had a very short notice Valentine's campaign. So hindi siya sales. It was more on growing the vanity numbers. So the likes and the followers kasi we'll be able to retarget them in the future, right? So we had a short notice Valentine's campaign a few days before Valentine's. And boom, in just like 3 or 4 days. Oh no, it was like in 3 days. We already had like 8,000 comments na a lot of reactions and a lot of shares as well. So I shared it in one of the groups where I'm in. I'm not sure kung na-share ko ba sa Ad Society group pala. Pero number one is being really on theme and being relevant. And number two would be knowing yung type of customers that you want to target. In our case, hindi siya pwede for old people kasi baka mag-contribute sa sakit nila. So ayun, may clue na yun.
Yeah, that's nice. Sinabi mo lang ngayon recently yung about sa target customer. It's very, very important, no? And then you mentioned yung data. Kailangan talaga data-based yung mga offers natin when we're trying out for ads.
Mm-hmm.
And also yung relatability din niya dun sa mga kung ano yung nangyayari sa mundo. Let's say, for example, di ba, inalign ni LJ doon sa per months, doon sa Christmas, and then merong bago na inalign niya sa Valentine's. So yung importance na parang you're really relevant to the real world, di ba? Yun yung important sa mga campaigns. And also, going back doon sa target customers, it's also important for us to always remember na sometimes tayo kasi mga business owners or sometimes we as marketers, we have biases. All of us have biases, right? So that's why we need to base our decisions from what have been said ng customers natin. We need to listen to them. Yung tawag nito, parang technical term nito, social listening, right? Listen.
Yeah.
You take note of the comments, you take note of the reviews, you take note of the feedbacks. Maybe if possible pa nga, you do for group discussions with your customers, you build a community, you ask everyone. Kasi our own biases are not really good. Like yung sa atin kasi mostly probably minsan hindi tayo part ng target audience. So we really don't know about the problem, we really don't know about the issues experienced by them. So those are really, really nice points that you had said. So another one, LJ, since you mentioned na syempre you've been in the you've been serving clients in the advertising for the past 7 years, no? And I know there were a lot of changes. I mean, even right now, mayroong mga pasulpot-sulpot lang ng mga overnight changes. There are a lot of challenges that you need to face. What are those? And how do you stay up to date ba with latest trends and developments? And ano yung advice mo for the media buyers, social media marketers, entrepreneurs to stay up to date?
Right. So tama talaga si John Don. Like in the past few years, I would say thousands, baka nga millions of micro updates yan na hindi rin natin alam. And that's most likely per platform, right? So what I did was I like to read kasi not books but on social media, blogs, and also watch yung mga short videos, especially ngayon, right? And even before were long form YouTube videos. So first is that I really choose a key online leader when it comes to the marketing topic. Like, is it about organic ba? Is it about chatbots? Is it about Facebook ads na simple lang for lead generation ba? Or is it Facebook ads for e-commerce, whether it's international or it's local sa atin? So iba't iba sila, and I usually really check yung mga posts nila, whether from their personal profile, whether from their business page, whether from their group, or whether if they have their own business. Talagang I would say that we spy on them or we research on them. Say for example, the Ezra Firestone. So they have their own e-commerce business, physical product, and they also have their own software as a service business, which is yung sa an integration in Shopify nga. So that's one of the tips that I can give on trying to be updated with these trends and yung mga updates on social. Now, say for example, Facebook then. They have their own parang email blast every time na may updates or key insights, especially if it's for Super Bowl na event ba, especially if it's for a World Cup event. They have a lot of insights depende doon sa specific location. Now, another thing that I was also checking before talaga consistently was yung case studies ng Facebook themselves on their website, whether usually kasi they have what we call meta business partners, or these are the partner agencies in that specific country or location. So they launch campaigns in partnership with these brands, these companies, and talagang tinitingnan namin one by one yung case studies. How can we replicate this one? Whether it's for a big type of business na ba or a small type of business. Say for example, chatbots then. So usually ManyChat would be the leader on that. And we follow all of their blogs and yung examples. How can we replicate them for our clients? Hindi 100% the same, but to make it unique for the clients na the system and the strategy would also work for them.
Nice.
So,
Yun,
yeah.
ano talaga, again, yung sinabi ni LJ, we need to look for someone like, industry leader in your field na pwede talaga natin makuhaan ng updates. Ako sabihin ko na lang kung sino yung source ko, Benhi, YouTube.
Yeah.
I found him, pa ng dati, like he really has like immediate updates agad, and then he also have like opinions na ni-release here and there. And also by the way, insert plug ko na lang din. I actually have a newsletter about this, so I send it every week. So if you guys are interested, I send there mga ad trends or ad updates. So you can also be updated. Just a short plug. And then also another one na sinabi ni Elgin. Actually, I'm also doing I'm also reading our email newsletters talaga from the platform, like Meta, TikTok. Ito kasi minsan nakakalimutan natin pero you just go to facebook.com, business.facebook.com, ang dami dong resources. Like from time to time they release resources. And these are real world resources like from business partners, from real businesses. So yung mga case studies din doon, actually I also go through them, pero kailangan specific, specific kung ano yung industry man. And actually, thank you for that reminder, LJ. Kasi parang nakakalimutan ko yung step na yun, no? Kasi yung pag-read ng case studies from other, maybe case studies from other media buyers, case studies from other social media marketers, it's really beneficial, no? Kasi malalaman, lalo na kung bago ka at a particular industry, wala kang experience, right? So what you can do is read case studies about media buyers or businesses who run ads for for that industry, tapos you try to implement, just change something para mag-match siya doon sa business na you're serving. Those are really nice points. Okay, I think that's it on my end. I thank you, LJ, for answering my questions. Maybe later tingnan natin sa Q&A if ever I have some follow-up then. But yeah, we have some time for Q&A session. This will be for 10 minutes. So if you guys have questions here, you can raise your hand right now. I'll be checking quickly yung YouTube live natin. Baka lang may mga comments. Baka may mga 1 million viewers tayo doon.
Na-pick up ng algorithm na distribute.
Yeah. Okay, we have here Jolo. Good friend. Jolo, you can unmute yourself.
Good evening, Sir LJ, Sir John.
Hello.
Good evening din.
Sir, tanong ko lang, sir, paano nyo, bilang FB ads expert, paano nyo po malalaman yung target audience nyo?
Ayan, okay. So this is actually what we do even before when I was following one of the key online leaders na si Nicholas Kuzmich. And this is what I also teach yung sa students ko. Kasi I've been teaching since 2020. And recently, tinanong din to sa akin dun sa January in-person workshop here in Davao. So for the target audience, usually we check first yung who do they follow? So that 3 W's kasi, or 3 F's pala. Who do they follow? Where do they frequent? Okay, and what do they fund? So who do they follow if they follow big influencers ba? Such as kung sino yung pwedeng matarget in ads manager, probably Bo Sanchez ba or Chinky Tan if they're trying to sell a financial product, right? And then where do they frequent? So saan sila usually pumupunta to buy where do they frequent? Sorry. Saan sila usually pumupunta na locations if it's more of like a location-based business? If online naman na business, check if targetable pala, say for example, Amazon or eBay. Ganon, right? Mga interested sila doon. And what do they fund? So ano yung mga usually na related na binibili nila doon sa product or service or offer mo? So yun lang yung the simplified way of it. Pero there's more to it pa in the back end when you really do the audience targeting research and the market research. Whether it's an industry report ba that you want to check. Say for example, kakalabas lang ng digital marketing report about Philippines. We are top 4 in social media usage. Something like that na pwede niyong tingnan. If it's specific for the e-commerce industry, may mga related industry reports naman there, especially for demographics. Or you can use the specific potential audience tool ni Facebook mismo, right? Kasi pwede yun. Sa TikTok, wala pa. Medyo very broad pa sa TikTok na yun. Pero for Facebook, it will also give you an idea on kung sino yung mga types of people na pwedeng matarget on different social media networks.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, in addition to that, no, I love the WF thing that you had. Like, ang dami mong formula, LJ. Kung ako, ano ng letter lang yung meron ako. Sige, siguro that's a tip, guys. So, tatandaan ko yan para I could also give like W's, F's, like that. So sa akin naman, on my end, I love what you said about yung sa reports. I also actually go through yung mga surveys. So actually, yung kahit pa pinaka-technical, like even PSA reports, I try that. Like yung reports mismo ng survey, yung mismo sa PSA, Philippine Statistics Authority. I learned this from one of my classes when we did the feasibility study. And then I realized, damn, grabe yung data pala every year. Yung parang meron yung annual income and expenditures report ni PSA. Then naka-establish doon, for example, how many households, how many yung nag-spend ng ganitong ng food, how many yung nag-spend ng ng mortgage, parang ganito. And there's a lot of data there that you can get, no? Depende. So you can know more about your audience. And then another one, I would not say hack, pero what I usually do, I think the technical term here is funnel hacking. Whenever I see ads from competitors, I would engage with the ads of competitors. What I do is like I check kung di ba, kiniklik ko din yung ano yung why am I seeing this ad? That's why am I seeing this ad button. Nasa ano yan? Kung makakita ko yung sponsored ad, nandun yan. And then tinitingnan ko doon kung bakit kaya ako na-target nito. So probably maybe part ako ng custom audience or maybe lookalike audience or probably may mga interest dyan na specifics na actually you can see. Like it's for publicly available siya. So you can see kung ano yung mga interest na tina-target ng competitors mo. So if you can see already some of your competitors, ang tawag doon? Tawag doon, like, basta habol-habulin nyo sila. And then, with their ads.
One of the,
yeah,
sorry to add, one of the things that we do on a monthly basis is actually perform competitor research. So we have a specific file na talagang ina-update siya monthly. Baka kasi may mga bagong competitors pala who's doing it better. Kasi you never know right now. Some people or some businesses can just go viral overnight and then, parang kakastart lang pala nitong business na to for this month. Pero like, yung growth nila was more than the growth nung competitors nila in the past 1 to 2 years. Parang ang bilis talaga because of the rise and fame of TikTok nga, di ba? Like, really anything's possible with that. So we usually monitor yung ad library nila. So I'm giving you yung ginagawa namin na we're monitoring their ad library, we're monitoring the number of likes and followers, and we also make a personal judgment, a business judgment. Mga judgmental kami, especially yung creative team namin. Kung maganda ba tong creative nila, kung meron ba tong ma-improve, kung may something ba na pwede kaming idagdag to make it better on our end or for our clients. So yung goal kasi namin, and this is like a stretch, which we tell, of course, our clients naman na this is just a possibility, would be for us to dominate the industry or yung competition na yon. So syempre, we're a small agency lang, and there are other bigger agencies who handle bigger brands, di ba? Pero from what I experienced from the clients na nanggaling doon is that mas preferred nila yung smaller agency who they can talk to, who they can voice out their concerns, and pag may mga changes, magagawa ka agad. Paminsan kasi the big agencies have just, people na what they call account managers. Some don't really know what they're talking about from experience.
Yeah. Tapos grabe yung bureaucracy, right? Yeah. Nandito na sa dila ko yung term. That was competitor stalking. Like stalk your competitors, like wildly. Stalk them. And another one siguro, last na lang sa akin, will be if you have your current audience, maximize that. Make a custom audience of people who followed you, engaged in your ad. That's very important. Minsan nakakalimutan to eh. Like, take advantage para hindi. That's why your expense in ad, I would say to a lot of people na it's really not an expense. Well, technically it's an expense in an accounting language, pero it can be an investment kasi you can always retarget to those people. That's why don't forget to always create custom audiences from time to time. Okay, that's it. Jolo, thank you so much na nandito ka sa stage. Ayan, stage to. Satisfied ka ba?
Sobra, sir, sobra.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Sir LJ.
Ano yan? Masipag.
Sure.
Masipag yan, masipag.
Nice.
Okay,
nice.
thanks,
Let's
Jolo.
connect.
Okay,
Add me on FB pala so we can connect there. By the way, John, sorry, dagdag ko lang talaga kasi ito lang yung din-notice ko. Usually we talk to a lot of business owners in a year kasi. And something you said about custom audiences or retargeting, most of them hindi talaga nila ginagawa. And even 90% of the campaigns na nakikita ko, wala silang retargeting. Parang isang click mo lang, hindi mo na makikita sila after that instance. So I would say na i-master ninyo ang retargeting, custom audiences as well, and the other types of all of the types ng custom audiences na pwede nyong gawin currently for clients or in the future if you already have that data. Sobrang powerful nun. That's why we focused on local businesses in the Philippines kasi maraming pwedeng custom audience na hindi siya affected ng app updates or kung anong specific mobile device man yung ginagamit ninyo. Unlike internationally, maraming concerns about privacy, about tracking and all of that stuff. With most of the business owners or the brands that we handle, sobrang dali lang i-retarget kasi puro engagement lang naman.
Yeah. Yeah. And the way I explain this to coaching clients and also for your clients is, you observe you observe your own customer behavior. Ikaw as a customer, as a consumer, you observe what's your behavior online. Do you buy immediately when you see an ad? No, we don't, right?
No.
Be honest, right? So we usually engage first with the brand, search about them. Sometimes we watch YouTube reviews pa nga about the product and then buy it immediately. There's a process. And that process minsan yan talagang nawawala sa isipan ng some marketers and also business owners. That's why nakakalimutan yung retargeting. Thank you.
Yeah, a change in behavior actually personally na notice ko. Just a few days ago, I was buying a product in Shopee to test. And then sabi ko na, wait, hindi ba parang may TikTok shop to sila? So
Yes.
I changed to TikTok shop and pagtingin ko, wow, mas mura dito tapos may discount pa like for a new customer. So nung kinumpare ko na yung checkout page ko sa Shopee and checkout page for TikTok shop, sabi ko na, ay dito ako sa TikTok kasi mas mura.
Yeah. So from our own behavior pa lang, actually we can learn something from it and we use that, apply it for our marketing efforts. Okay, we have one here from Emilia. Let's welcome her to the stage. Paki spotlight. There you go. Hi, good evening.
So, you've mentioned before na, Alvin, baka makatch ni algorithm yung video ni John Cornwell. And then they say na we have to make friends with algorithm. So, how does algorithm work on social media?
Okay, so this is I think more on organic marketing.
Oh, sorry.
Right? So mostly for organic marketing, number one, the general thing that we notice right now is that if yung content mo is published right now, okay? And usually it will only have a 24-hour to 72-hour maximum shelf life organically. Unless mapipick up kaagad nung platform na yon yung engagement numbers. So, or the engagement actions. So whether it's like, comments, or shares, mas mapipick up ng algorithm pag marami siya kaagad. And mas i-distribute na siya ngayon. As you can see in the normal, kasi sobrang daming types of feeds na especially on Facebook. You have the home feed, the group feed, the friends feed lang, right? So if, for example, we say the home feed, marami nang suggested for you na pages, na posts, na reels yung lumalabas. So those are all from Facebook's algorithm and data from yung actions mo or yung interests mo. So say, for example, you do have an organic post lang that you want, di ba? And that you publish. And then sobrang dami kaagad na nag-engage doon. Mind you that the reach once you publish is actually around 1 to 5% na lang. Probably a bit increased than usual because of those suggested na nga sa feed na mga lumalabas. Pero if patay siya, like walang nangyayari there, most likely in 24 hours hindi na makikita yun ng the rest of the chosen followers na makita yung post na yon. So once you post kasi, sinasample yon ng platform to the current audience ng Facebook page mo is na hindi naman ipapakita 100%, right? 1 to 5% nga lang siya. If those 1 to 5% people like it, they take social actions, they click, they play, they whatever, then chances are mas i-distribute siya ng platform organically. So mas ipupush nila yon versus the normal effort mo lang na papalike sa friends, i-share, magko-comment, magre-reply dun sa comment ng audience na yun.
Yeah. in addition to that, with the recent rise ni TikTok then, if you've observed something, dati yung basis ng algorithm is relationship-based siya. So we need to follow friends, add friends, connect with them. And then mostly nakikita natin sa feed, di ba? Sa Facebook is yung mga post ng friends natin. We want to be updated with happenings in their lives. But TikTok changed it. Right, and right now that kind of algorithm, this is said by Gary Vaynerchuk. Sabi niya, right now the algorithm is more of user interest based. So that's why in the For You page, if you're using TikTok, even if you don't follow that person, you will see that video, right? And most of the time, nagtitrend yung mga videos na yan kahit hindi mo sila fina-follow, because right now the algorithms are going to the path na user interest based na talaga. So right now, I've also seen this recent change kahit kay Facebook na, kay Meta, parang they're trying to implement this na rin. That's why we see a lot of suggested for you posts right now, right? So it's kind of different than the past. So they're trying to copy TikTok, how TikTok did it. TikTok did it differently.
Yeah.
Yeah. So another one is siguro last na lang for this one, Emilia, is yung raw to platform. You need to know what's raw to the platform. So you need to consume content on that platform so you can know ano ba yung mga types of content na working on that platform. And sabayan mo siya.
Okay.
Okay? Sige.
Thank you.
That's it. Thank you, Emilia. We have two. Okay, we'll just entertain these two questions. Okay, Ray.
Hi, Coach.
Hello.
Hi, Coach LJ, Coach Sean. Question po, I have a brand new business, like super baby pa siya. My question is, I have two actually. So my question is, should I run ads like early? And what type of ad should I run just to like generate sales and maybe some followers as well?
What type of business siya?
Clothing.
Clothing. Oh, okay. So, similar to John. John, I think ikaw yung pinaka-best tanongin ito.
Well, I will answer that generally, no. Do you have the budget? Do you invest?
Yeah. A little small budget lang po, Coach.
Okay. Here's the thing. You knew about ads, and probably siguro na hamig ka na mag-ads agad for you to have like immediate growth. Maybe that's one of the reasons why gusto mo talaga mag-ads, right? Well, one thing is actually with the platforms that are available right now, you don't have to naman immediately run. TikTok is there. Buhay pa yung TikTok. The organic reach of TikTok, buhay na buhay pa. There's no pressure for you to immediately run. Say, I will tell you, medyo madugo to. Advertising is risky. I will tell you, there's no guarantee that you will get results immediately. It takes time for you to build a brand, right? So whenever people ask me when's the right time to run ads, well, I always say now, when you are already earning organically, because that's a proof na your product is selling. Right? So you need to somehow have some sales, maybe siguro organically muna. And that could also help kung mag-run ka ng ads kasi you can use that for testimonials, yung mga reviews, feedbacks, you take advantage of that. LJ, additional?
Number one, if you're a new business, I would say that you get as much feedback as you can from your friends or family who's willing to support. Kasi merong iba na hindi willing to support, right? So, yung mga mag-support muna, na pwede, and then you get their feedback indirectly. So more of if they're willing to do the UGC type of videos, so user-generated content, or even just photos of them holding either the product or filming the product even without their face on how to use it, explanation video, unboxing, and whatnot. All of the business owners na nagko-consult sa amin, especially startups or new ones, is that we always advise, go to TikTok and Reels, produce the videos kaagad as much as you can. Test and validate mo na yung business and yung product na yon organically before you even put the ad budget there. So it will take a lot of work in the beginning, but if you have the traction na kasi, if you have the proven types of creatives na nagwo-work, the videos that have a lot of reach and views, or those that go viral, not necessarily super viral naman, those are what you will use for ads eh. Kasi they're already proven and they're getting really the attention organically. So that's what I would advise for the clothing. And you also research the competitors. How are they doing it for their clothing business, diba? Anong mga trends, anong filters, anong sounds, anong transitions yung ginagamit nila na patok sa TikTok ngayon. So research muna and then try implementing it. So yung clothing siguro, I'm not sure if you've seen yung kay Jo Marie ba yun, yung umbrella type of video na inaano niya.
Yes.
Siguro sa clothing nyo, pwede you can like stretch. Try to stretch gano'n ng mga videos. Gano'n, stretch.
Yung umbrella.
Tapos,
Yeah.
tapos hindi siya hindi siya nasisira, hindi napupunit yung clothing ninyo. Something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, don't be afraid to do something crazy.
Yeah.
One last
Like
question po,
like
Coach.
literally crazy talaga siya.
Yeah. One last question. Based on your answers, is TikTok the best platform for me to sell right now? Because I'm thinking about Shopee, but based on the answers, I'm thinking of going to TikTok for organic. Is it?
100% TikTok.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yes, I would say. All of our current corporate clients, we require them to also have TikTok Shop right now kasi we don't know what's going to happen with the two platforms declining. And TikTok Shop is increasing or rising in usage, especially with the affiliates feature. So Facebook doesn't have that. Shopee, Lazada has the affiliate feature, but it's not like how TikTok does it. So if I was going to start a business right now, whether physical business ba siya, maybe a cafe, or it's a product business, e-com, or even drop shipping, I would go to TikTok talaga. Put all of my time muna there.
Exactly. So TikTok, what sets it different kasi it's because it's entertainment plus e-commerce in one platform. And so that's why it's kind of really different from other platforms. Siguro short lang, just related to clothing. Kasi, well, some people would say baka is a clothing line, but we're not really a clothing line. We're an apparel, social enterprise, and mental health. But yeah, medyo aligned kasi yung business natin. What I would siguro suggest to you is to align it with a certain lifestyle of a certain group of customers. No, don't be too general with your product offering. So know more about the attitudes of the customers na gusto mong ma-reach out, kung ano ba yan mga depende kasi like depende yan sa clothing na binibenta mo, if it's for what do you call that, if it's for the bad boys, if it's for the big boys, it depends kung ano yung customer persona. And by the way, guys, everyone who are watching this, important talaga yun. You should have a customer persona for your customer research. So yeah, that's
Thank
it.
you so much, coaches.
Yeah.
Thank you po.
Thank you, Ray. Wish you the best for your business.
Salamat.
Thank you, Ray.
You have the last one. Hi, Lyndon.
Hello. Dinig na po ba, coaches?
Yeah.
Good evening. First of all, good evening. Tapos, thank you agad. Grabe yung value nyo. Naubusan na ako ng ink. Parang ngayon, parang green na lang yung ink na available. Naubos na yung black. Marami ng notes. But anyways, question ko lang, what do you think is or are the fundamental things na dapat fokusan ng beginner media buyers?
LJ, ikaw muna.
Okay. Very, very good question, actually. I would say is to build the theoretical and the technical knowledge of marketing. After that would be the platform-specific familiarity and navigation, so that if a client will, ask you to demonstrate it as proof, especially if bago ka pa lang or wala kang samples or background, you're confident in it. You're confident to answer questions na technical. Some clients would ask that. And you're also confident if ipapa-demo ka or ipapa-navigate ka. I mean, we don't get that, pero nung nag-start ako, is that there would be some tests, there would be some parang demo calls or screen sharing on how to set up an ad, how to do it, how to explain results. So I was able to overcome that by actually publishing YouTube tutorials. na kung paano ko ginagawa yung isang ad, paano ko ina-analyze, how to use this new feature and whatnot. Kasi pwede mo isali yun sa cover letter mo ba, or sa portfolio mo, or sa profile description or whatnot. That will basically, quash yung doubt nila if marunong ka ba talaga.
Yeah. For me naman on my side, I think it's really the basics of selling. Learn more about the art of selling. Ang daming resources nito. You can read books, you can watch YouTube. You don't have to enroll to a course even to learn more about the basics of selling. Ang daming resources nito. And you mentioned kanina ng mga numbers, try to master that, 'di ba? Yung parang yung revenue, profit, yung mga expenses, ganun. You really need to know that. You need to speak, kumbaga, the language of a business owner for you to face them, and build trust with them. Tapos, yun, sinabi din ni LJ, if yung ultimate goal mo to master the platform. If you're running Facebook ads, master Facebook. Like everything, kahit organic pa yan, you should also know the tools that are available organically. And hindi naman kailangan magka-client ka to practice running campaigns. Right? You can build your own business suite, you can build your own page, same with what LJ did, right? You can have your own ads manager. You can even create campaigns from scratch. Mag-set up ka ng ad set, may ad ka, makagawa ka ng theoretical ads lang kunwari, pero you don't even have to publish it. Like kahit draft lang. Although hindi mo matututunan yung analysis part ng ganun without actually running it, but you napapractice mo yung process, and that's very, very important. Goods?
Yeah, goods na. Kasi, parang problem ng karamihan ng beginners is, anong pipindutin? Anong ad structure? Ano yung pipindutin? Stuff like that. Pero yeah, yung fundamentals ko like selling, yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Yung platform, pag-aralan mo talaga yung ads manager, your ads manager will be your everyday friend. kung wala kang makausap, kausapin mo yung ads manager.
Yeah. I would say there were times na actually nagdi-dream na ako about marketing, about sales, about ads manager, Facebook, TikTok, ganun. Even like the audio or yung mga trends, like always LSS ako sa mga ganyan. So, pero napapaisip ako, ano bang magandang marketing video for this music or for this sound na pwede namin magamit. And then, yun, may mga ideas ka kaagad na makakuha kasi you just tap that audio, whether it's on Instagram or it's on TikTok, makikita mo lahat ng gumagawa nun, and you can get inspiration from them on how you're going to do it. If you're starting right now, I would honestly say that the gold mine or the gold rush right now is in TikTok ads.
Yeah.
So be more familiar with the platform, the business center, TikTok shop ads, TikTok live streaming or live selling ads, and even just the promote feature, which is like similar to boost post ng Facebook. Like 25 pesos lang siya per day. Di ba? Mas mababa siya kesa sa boost post na equivalent to like parang $1 yung minimum there. So you can check that out. And kasi I would say na it's a gold mine or a gold rush right now. Kasi I would say ito yung time na back in 2016, sobrang konti pa lang ng gumagawa na may results, na may alam kung paano nila gawin.
Yeah.
John even started, kailan nga kayo nag-start, John? Was like last year lang, right? It was in
That was just
August?
August lang last year.
August. Nag-start kami ng TikTok ads. It was back in, I think, mga around that time or July. July siya. And guess what? Nung nag-start kami ng TikTok ads, ano yung ginawa ko? I did it for my own profile ulit. Para may proof kami for clients on how to do it. And that was just on mobile, yung promote feature lang. And I'm not sure kung naswertehan lang. It was the time of the affiliates. Dapat may 1,000 followers ka and whatnot. So my account grew to like 6,000 followers in just 2 months of using ads.
Damn.
Minimum per day. So, syempre, testing lang, di ba? So minimum per day yung ginamit natin.
Yeah, that's nice. Okay, that's a lot. Lyndon, okay? Satisfied?
Approve na approve.
Thank you so much. Okay, for the last part, siguro we listen na lang to sorry for the yung salit, sorry, we need to let's also respect time of LJ here. It's already 7:22, so let's just listen for some siguro may mga additional or final words si LJ here. I'm sure this is not the last time that we'll be having LJ. We'll be inviting him a lot of times here, like in the next coming months. Okay, maingay. And also, if meron kang ipa-plug, LJ, feel free to say it.
Sure, ayan. Thank you naman, John, again for the opportunity na mag-share dito sa Ad Society. I don't really accept a lot of invitations or guestings unless parang like, aligned siya sa mission and sa vision. And of course, alam ko, di ba? So I also wanted to thank yung Ad Society members who are here tonight and, who really asked questions, took a lot of notes. Nakikita ko yung iba talaga, buha tapos nagsusulat, parang wag nyo naman i-transcribe siguro kasi meron naman tayong recording. Pero ganyan din ako dati actually. Even now, digital, mabilis talaga ako mag-type for it to look back on those details and those resources. So yun, so plug ko lang pala, of course, you can follow me on all of my social media accounts on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, on YouTube. Just find LJ Jose and yung kamukha ko na profile picture, most likely ako na yun. And for those who are, baka mayroon pala tayong mga viewers in Davao here. So I do have an in-person workshop this February 25. It's about the basics of social media ads done the right way. So if you want to attend, we still have seats left for it. And if you also want to attend the Zoom online only version for those who are not in Davao, who can attend the in-person workshop, pwede nyo naman, just go ahead and message me. Find na lang my profile on Facebook or on the Ad Society na group kasi tinag naman din ako ni John there. So thank you again so much for this opportunity. I wish we can answer more of your questions, but pwede nyo i-ask siya on TikTok and maybe I'll create a TikTok video out of it.
Yeah, I'll follow him also on TikTok, guys. Okay, again, thank you so much, LJ. I really wish that we can have you again. We have another series. Sana yung ma-invite namin for that. And yeah, before we end, I also have some announcements. First, if you haven't heard yet, I have made my Facebook ads course for free. You can access that at johncornell.com/free course. Second one, if you're a TikTok shop owner earning at least 300,000 a month, you can apply for personalized coaching. You can go to johncornell.com/coaching or PM me because 3 slots are now open for March. So I don't really open a lot. And there will be more activities here in Ad Society. You can, of course, you can, if some of you here are not members of the group yet, but that's kind of impossible. You can join the group. You can just search @associates and on Facebook. And also let's invite more members. Let's build a community. And also don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, LJ has a YouTube channel. Ano ba yan?
Yes, guys, just go to my YouTube channel. Yung video ko pala there, actually, yung parang hero video, right, is showing more of yung story and yung journey on how I earned 6 digits per month as a Facebook media buyer in just, I think, 6 or 7 months in. So after that, it was always been consistently, wag kayo maingay, 6 figures per month. Yeah.
That's cool. Okay. Yan, last part na tayo. Let's take a picture. Although yung iba parang nag-dinner na. Okay, picture na lang, guys. Let's do it. Turn on your camera.
Yes, guys, picture naman tayo.
Okay, let's go. I know, yung 1 million viewers natin sa YouTube, if you're watching this, kaya in the comments. Pero for sure, marami
Magiging 10 million na yan next.
Okay. Okay, smile everyone. Okay, I'll get a photo, a video pa lang for TikTok. Good. You say hi. Yay. Thank you so much for attending, associates. And I'll see you next week for TikTok Live with Axel. You know Axel, LJ? Axel from TikTok? Yeah. So we'll be live on TikTok pwede mo din kami actually salihan. Pwede ka lang namin ipapasok sa live. We'll be live on TikTok this coming 25. So that's also Saturday. We're going to discuss AI tools, which is a very, very trendy topic. How to use AI tools for how do AI tools transform the current social media marketing landscape. So let's talk about that and how to maximize those AI tools. Again, on TikTok Live. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye-bye. Have a good night. Sana masarap ulam nyo.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Good night, everyone.
Thank you also for our moderators, Lynn and Gomer. Thank you so much. Thank you for volunteering. Bye-bye, everyone. See you next week.